two are so evenly matched. They're like the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
They're obviously going to go to Game 5. It'll be a 3-game slaughter, one way or the other. And then who knows, in the rival playoffs at the end of the season, they'll face off again. It'll be a completely different series.
And I'm just excited to see how, they move up the field. Both these teams are so fast-paced. They have so much experience together. Karma and Jay Wismont have been teammates for so long. And Dapper and Sathu, the RLCS experienced vets, they've been here before.
It will be Shadow beaten out there on the side, but he'll hang around on the play. His shot is going to be wide, and we are off and running in maybe the most anticipated matchup of the season coming your way to start off week 2. Shadow rolling one in. Karma will steal the goal 30 seconds in, and it is the Charlotte Phoenix.
And right away, 30 seconds in, disaster strikes. Nobody's home for Afterthought. Karma's just going to slip it through a great pass and opening from Shadow to realize nobody's back. Let me just thread this through, and that's going to start him off with 1-0.
Now the response has to come from Afterthought, and a quick response perhaps. Shot by Dapper off the kickoff save, follow-up from Sathu from the wing, and we're right back where we started.
You already can see the fast-paced gameplay we're going to get out of this series. Sathu from the corner. Nobody expected him to get this shot, and he nails it. An absolute slanger from the wall, and he responds instantly to this Phoenix offense.
Goal number 1 took 30 seconds. The response only took 7. What do they have for an encore? It is Shock over towards Dapper, but Karma's all over it. Interested to see Dapper throughout this series because, of course, he did sub alongside Karma and Jay Wismont on Splice, but nobody could prepare them for this. It's Shadow adding another.
Almost a repeat of the play that we just saw. Jay Wismont now finding Shadow across the pitch. There's even somebody home, 2 defenders in net, yet Shadow can find the opening in and finish and punish a defense that's a little bit all over the place.
I think both defenders are probably wondering the same thing I was. Wait, he's there?
Yeah.
Why? Karma got the flip reset, but Shock is all over it. Now he'll need to climb up and try to find Sathu, but that ball's gone a little too far. Now Jay Wismont. Dapper at Shadow, and it will go right over towards Karma. One thing you're going to get out of the Charlotte Phoenix Turtle is great team play on both ends of the field. Everybody misses here, but nobody's panicking. It's great spacing from the Phoenix.
And I think that's because of the comfortability that Karma can add. And speaking of Karma, she's going to put one in right now off a great pass from Shadow.
And that great spacing, you look at how not spaced out Afterthought was, and it pays off for the Charlotte Phoenix, able to move left and right and center down the field.
I mean, all 3 goals have been almost the exact same situation. Finding a pass across the pitch, around midfield, and then somebody's there to get a great finish across the net.
Shock will let this ball go, and it will be Sathu left to try and challenge. He doesn't even go for this, so Shock will have to. It's awkward for him, and Jay Wismont scores another.
Awkward defense. Karma doing a great job putting it in one of the hardest spots to read. You can't blame Shock, but at the same time, this high level, this competitive of a season, you got to make those hits if you want to beat one of the top contenders for the league.
We have had 5 goals very quickly from the 2 best offenses in the league. Should come as no surprise.
I mean, we're only 2 minutes into the game, and we have 5 goals. This is a shootout, mainly coming from Phoenix right now, Charlotte Phoenix.
We expected from Afterthought, everybody shoots, everybody scores. That has been the case. There is no weak link on this Afterthought team, but right now the whole team seems to be the weak link as the Charlotte Phoenix are scoring at will. Karma looking to center another. Dapper will not get the touch, and Karma almost dropped that in on the far side. That will be Shock. He's up. Bag shot off the ceiling. Saved by Shadow, his 3rd save. And again, we see this from Shadow in particular. He gets it done on both ends of the field. He's a guy who will actually come up with a hat trick and a savior medal all in the same game.
I mean, and how much respect can you give to him? So dominant. But at the same time, I'm really excited to see Afterthought try and break out of their own half right now. But I mean, the defense from Charlotte Phoenix on point so far. And 3 minutes in, nothing really conceded on their end.
It will be Shadow playing another one through that Sathu will get rid of. just a little too strong for Shock in the defense of the Phoenix. Able to send this ball right back downfield. But back it goes into the Charlotte end. And eventually Afterthought's got to break through again. They have only scored off the kickoff, and they haven't had much in the way of sustained pressure.
And I was a little bit shaky on Karma's defense, you know, watching a lot of the replays, a lot of their games. I felt like she rotated in a bit slower and sometimes would cut rotation just to go for the challenge. But right now, everything is flowing so well for the Charlotte defense. No mistakes, you know, they're spacing out so well. And we've seen that with the goals they've gotten, realizing all this space, their positioning from their teammates, and how to connect.
Dapper was hoping that ball would roll up, and as soon as it bounced away, it became awkward for him. And now it's Karma looking for Jay Wismont. Not happening there. Now Dapper, his shot will not get Afterthought any closer. Instead, the Charlotte Phoenix are going to break out yet again. Oh, Jay Wismont blocked in the air, but that doesn't take possession away from them.
Yeah.
They stay with the ball. They don't give up on any play. And here they are again, right down Afterthought's throats. Another ball that'll take a high hop that Shock will get rid of, but the writing has been on the wall pretty much from the opening kickoff. This has been all Charlotte Phoenix, and we're waiting for Afterthought to get off the bus.
And Afterthought just can't win a challenge right now. Trying to keep possession, trying to bang it off the wall. We see right there, but Shadow and Jay Wismont in the space that somebody should, from Afterthought, should be taken up as well. There's no real challenges coming in, and if it is, it's super late.
The final seconds will mercifully tick away here for Afterthought as they prevent Karma from adding to the scoreline, but they may not stop Shadow. That one is blocked away by Shock. Yet another savior medal in this game, and Afterthought are relieved to see that one end because they were stunned.
I mean, I'm hoping that was a warm-up game. I picked Afterthought to win, but that was such a dominant performance right now from Charlotte Phoenix. They just starved Afterthought, denied any offensive opportunities, and were always in the face in that space.
Well, that was not pretty at all for Afterthought, and now for advice on how Afterthought can get back into the series, I call on a guy who participated in a 3-0 sweep of Splice.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's about as nicely as I could put it.
Look,
Triple, what do they
man,
need to do?
I said that you were going to roast me earlier, okay? That was way more of a compliment than I thought. But let's be honest, I got carried by Chicago. Okay, that's true.
Okay.
But, I mean,
I didn't say it. He did.
When you talk about the influence that Karma's had, I mean, whenever we were playing in the rival series against her, I think that she was more of defining how she played. And, you know, the rival series for her back then was really the training grounds for her. And now she comes back into the rival series. She is a veteran. She knows how to handle this. And you can tell the confidence has increased so much dramatically for her performance, and it's almost like she's not forcing herself to hit the ball all the time because she knows that she's displayed her mechanical abilities already.
So that is now for Afterthought to get back into this series. They have a lot of work ahead of them because they are up against an established veteran, to say the least. By the way, he was also outscored by Dude with a Nose.
Oh, there it is.
That season.
There it is, Stacks. Thank you for that. I'm feeling confident now going into the series. And, I mean, really, you got to stop and open up that space if you're Afterthought and just try and deny any of those cross-pitch clears from Charlotte Phoenix.
It is going to be Sathu trying to win a challenge off of Shadow to start things off at a fresh start for Afterthought in Game 2. It is Sathu popping one up. That is easily cleared away by Shadow. And Sathu has to rush all the way back. So too does Shock. That means nobody can challenge this. And Jay Wismont had a lot to pick from. His shot is blocked away. Sathu through the smoke screen, didn't have any boost. And Shadow is not fooled by the play one bit.
Good idea from Sathu. I love the patience and trying to get the mind game, but just not connecting anything. Very linear. I mean, I've seen Afterthought get so many great individual little passes and string them together right next to each other. We just saw one right there, Dapper and Shock. But where's the third? Where's the follow-up? How are you going to move it down the field and open up an opportunity?
Sathu got a second touch to get over the first defender. Dapper plays that even further through. But Sathu's still hanging around, trying to make nothing, or trying to make something out of absolutely nothing. No boost in the tank whatsoever. And it should be no surprise that he was not able to do anything with that. Instead, now the ball's going backwards and cleared away for the moment. Jay Wismont from the ceiling looking for Karma, still on the goal line. Shock gets this out of harm's way for the moment, but somebody's got to go between Sathu and Dapper. Neither did for a while, so now Karma will set it up for Jay Wismont, and they don't score this time either.
And the demo coming in from Karma. I mean, this offense right now from Charlotte Phoenix is a well-oiled machine coming in for the demos, getting these passing plays, and then there it is, an opportunity, and Karma gets the save. No crack in the defense right now for Charlotte.
This will find its way on target, but Dapper's there to corral it. To the ceiling looking for a teammate, but again, the problem for Afterthought, as soon as somebody tries to go downfield, there's no support for them.
Yeah.
Nobody in midfield waiting for a pass. They're way too far back in the play developed.
Exactly, so much respect from Afterthought coming through against Charlotte. You gotta push yourself up, get in these situations. It might be a risky play, but at the end of the day, I mean, risk for reward. You have to throw something at the ball.
Shadow is camping a boost pad, or
so much
there's
space.
A problem, and there is, so we will take a break right at the midway point of game 2 and get that resolved for you. But so far in the series total, what we've seen is Charlotte Phoenix are bringing the fight right to Afterthought, and Afterthought aren't answering the bell. It doesn't seem. They're just not moving downfield quickly enough.
I mean, I always view Rocket League in these types of series as both teams have to be aggressive. If one team is just really running amok, getting demos, you know, finding these great passing plays, and the other team's defense is not strong enough to intercept those passing plays, then you have to push up and match the aggression, or else they're just going to walk all over you. They're going to take the boost, they're going to get the demos, and then they're going to finish these easy shots off of open nets.
There is a player that is disconnected. That is why we have the pause right at the midway point of game number 2, so we'll get back in as soon as we can get that player back in. But hey, they're going to need this little break as well, I think, Afterthought, because they need to rethink what they're doing on both ends of the field. Even defensively, we've seen a lot of, especially between Sathu and Dapper, a lot of, you got it? Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. Like, somebody's got to make a decision.
It's hesitation. Yeah, I mean, they can't decide on who's really going to push out in that instance. How are we going to, continue the rotation? And I think that kind of hesitation is something that you just can't have against Charlotte Phoenix right now. Both of these teams, I can't repeat enough, these are the top 2 teams that we're looking for in contention for the top 2 seeds to face off in RLCS and instantly make it there with this new bracket and, the improvements to the rival series. So how does Afterthought come out of this? They need to just snap out of it. Use this break to tell each other, hey, relax, have confidence, and know that when you go for a challenge, even if you don't hit that challenge and make and connect with the ball, it's okay as long as you're in position to keep the rotation going.
For all the build-up to this match, you know that all throughout the week, Afterthought, we're looking at this series going, okay, this is our season right here. Everything has been building up to this one moment, and they come out and they get punched in the mouth the way they did at the start of game 1. That has to be deflating to a team that's got a lot of high expectations.
I mean, it hurts, man. Like, Dapper especially, Sathu, the storylines are there. And then now they're going up against people who also have that similar storyline. Karma and Jay Wismont. It's a battle of who wants to get that spot more.
So off the restart, we see something that the Phoenix have gone with quite a bit this season, and it hasn't necessarily worked out. They've gone for the fake kickoff, and they haven't managed much of an offense out from that. Here is Dapper, rather. Sathu's going to wait in the net as Jay Wismont will play one to the corner. Sathu will take this, but he did give up the corner boost to Jay Wismont. May not matter. Not around, and Jay Wismont with that boost is all the way back to recover.
And an even better read from Jay Wismont. I saw that pass come through and thought it was an instant goal. And speaking of shooting, here comes Karma finding an opening.
Out of absolutely nowhere. Sathu seems like an innocent enough touch. He thinks he can control it. Karma is right there. It's a challenge that ends up in the net. Nothing the defense can do about it. And again, 1-0 to the Charlotte Phoenix.
And I talked about Afterthought hesitating a little bit. From Charlotte Phoenix right now, there is no ounce of hesitation. Every single challenge, they commit completely. Here's another great example. Jay Wismont, so much space, and they just don't overthink any of these positional plays.
Karma will bounce one out, but it is Sathu who takes over. Shock to redirect to the backboard, and Dapper thought about coming up, but Jay Wismont was up so quickly that Dapper had to turn around. Now he finds Sathu, but his shot finds Shadow in the net. Here goes Karma. One-on-one with Shock, trying to deal with Dapper as well. And at least it kills a little more time off the clock and buys her teammates time to get set up again.
Some physical plays coming out. Both teams, minute left. This could be do or die for Afterthought. They go 0 for 2 in this series. It's going to be a big climb to get any momentum right now against the Charlotte Phoenix offense.
The communication for the Charlotte Phoenix, we mentioned it in game 1, it has been on point.
Yeah.
Karma here will take over. There's very little hesitation, very little indecisiveness, but a bad pass here. And it is saved by Jay Wismont on its way down. The shot was just barely off the mark. Shadow having some trouble with that ball though on the side. Karma has to come help him out. This is a chance. Can Shock get onto it? Tough angle, no. Follow up from Sathu. No, that's off the post as well.
That is a bleeding wound. They had so many opportunities. 15 seconds left. Afterthought have got to finish these chances.
Final 10. It's a much closer game this time around. Shock looking for a pass, finding no teammates.
All the clear.
Now they have to go the length of the field. They're already halfway there. Dapper to pop one up, but Shock has been taken out of the play, and that demo secures it for the Phoenix.
What a barrage of shots at the end there for Afterthought. I almost was guaranteed that they were going to find some kind of goal, some kind of success there, and yet Phoenix holds strong, and a lot of that comes down to Jay Wismont getting crucial saves at the end of that series, or excuse me, that game.
Just incredible. The way we thought this might turn out,
yeah.
Right? Yeah. Again, this is supposed to go all 5 games.
This is crazy.
It's supposed to be very evenly matched. It has been very one-sided. Yeah. Even though Afterthought had something like 12 shots in that game, they still cannot get one in the net. Only 4 shots for the Phoenix, but the one that matters went in from Karma, and it's just off of a challenge. I don't even think it registered as a shot. Go figure.
And I mean, I love the element that you brought up earlier, Stacks, the communication. We talked about a little bit in game 1, finding each other on the opposite ends of the field, viewing the space, and that really comes down to everything. Communication in this game bleeds to every aspect, mechanically, positionally, mentally. It is the foundation to find good, solid Rocket League, and that right now is what we're seeing from Charlotte Phoenix, always in position to get these saves and to finish every single shot that comes their way.
Leadership is such a huge factor in Rocket League as well, and I almost said Splice. Charlotte Phoenix have a pretty good leader off the field and as well in Jimmer, who has been phenomenal with this group. Even when Karma couldn't make it to a DreamHack event, he ended up saying, all right, I'll call my own number. I'll jump up on the stage. I'll play with him.
I mean, they have a great support system for them, and we'll see if Afterthought can somehow find a counter and break out of the defensive area.
They're a team that's going to keep you honest on kickoffs, too. It is not the usual cookie-cutter full boost and just jump into the ball. They are keeping you guessing all the time.
Yeah.
That little bit helps. They have scored quite a few kickoff goals this season. Here is Karma. Taken away by Sathu. Shock has got to get onto this. Instead, he'll give way to Dapper. But he's not going to be able to continue the play. And again, while Afterthought does have the ball going the right way, they don't look like they're a threat to score because they don't seem to have all 3 cars moving in the same direction.
Yeah.
To the field.
I mean, it's a rotational play of having 2 people back on defense and throwing one all the way forward, trying to make some kind of opportunity. But that's just so much less of a chance to work because there's nobody he can pass to. If you have one aggressor, he has nobody to work with and nobody to bounce off of.
Sathu will take over following the respawn, and just kidding, Shadow will take over to bring that ball in front. Finally, Shock will get this out of the zone, and a much-needed reprieve for Afterthought. They can at least get some boost and maybe get some shape going, at least get their formation the way they want. Sathu looking for Dapper, and that is cut out by Shadow.
I love Sathu's idea there, but he just could not find the pass. He was so focused on the net. You know, kind of that play style I talked about earlier of just, you know, throwing whatever you have forward, not really trying to be too horizontal with your passes, and that's going to bite it because it's so easy to predict any form of passing like that.
Shock will try to chase this ball down, but Shadow is all over it. Now Shock has Sathu in midfield, took the shot instead, and he could not even bait out the defense because it's so well controlled by the Phoenix. I mean, this has to be frustrating to play against if you're Afterthought.
Yeah.
You're digging deep into the bag of tricks. You're scratching the bottom of the barrel at this point, trying to find anything that'll work. and it is defended almost effortlessly by Charlotte. Karma will give a little token pressure, took the quarter boost away from Dapper. Now Jay Wismont beaten by Shock. It's a chance as he gets that midfield boost, and that little turn by Karma, a fake challenge, threw him off, and the attack dies a cold death, and then Jay Wismont scores on an empty net.
And just, you see the hesitation come out again. Shock being a bully and getting almost 2 bumps, I believe it was there. But Dapper, he's so far back. He's so, I don't want to say like not confident in his teammates, but he's hesitant to push forward. He can't get the follow-up, and he gets stuck in no man's land trying to make a decision.
Karma knew she was in an unwinnable spot with Shock picking up that midfield boost. Just that little turn put him on skates and ruined the whole play. Now she's going to try to score, but Dapper's right there for the save. Zathu thought he had a run out, but Jay Wismont comes up. And again, we talk about speed and moving forward.
Yeah.
It's the Charlotte Phoenix that are rolling the dice, taking all the chances. They have a lead now with 2 minutes, and they're not just sitting on it. They are bringing the fight right to them. Karma cannot score on the weak side, but again, the ball stays in there. It is complete disarray for the defense of Afterthought, and it doesn't look like there's any daylight to be found. Finally, they get out of the zone, but for how long?
And this is a thrill to watch, this playstyle from Charlotte Phoenix. I mean, they are going in with crazy individual passings with the back 2 players, and then the aggressor goes in for the bump at the demo, and you see it so often. The ball's getting passed around, and then the demo happens, and you think, how can Afterthought maintain any form of defensive form when they're getting demoed and their boost is getting taken?
With 1:15 remaining, Afterthought looking for some semblance of offense and finding a bunch of blue cars. It is Karma challenging there. Jay Wismont will play it out. Karma will go chase, but Shock is up for this. Finally, Dapper will make a quick turnaround, and he is blocked again by who else but the man of the hour, Shadow. Karma trying to roll one into what looked like an open net, but Zathu is there. That's calm defending from Afterthought, but they need to turn it into offense. They only have 45 seconds.
Dapper.
Dapper gonna try to dribble in, and he took way too long. Karma picks his pocket.
So much space. Shock, what's he gonna do with the 1v1 dribble? Almost gets it, but still, no finish.
Another pass in for Dapper, 30 seconds left. Another ball turned aside by Shadow. He has not done a lot of scoring here, just the 1 goal, but a trio of assists and a ton of saves. He has won this series in a very different way for the Charlotte Phoenix. If they can close it out here. 7 seconds remain. Dapper is not going to catch up to this. Jay Wismont adds another, and a series that was supposed to go 5 games is coming to a very abrupt end.
I mean, Jay Wismont just seals the deal with a great challenge, getting above the ball and squeezing it off of the ceiling. He would have been fine with just stalling right there, but he ended up getting a great challenge that goes into the net. 3 seconds left. Afterthought cannot close it out at this point. And what a series for Charlotte Phoenix.
And that ball will touch down, and you know, I got to get my phone out and just start getting some information from these Charlotte Phoenix players.